What is up, my friends? It's C-Threep, and I just wanted to dispel a mystery that is, I guess, floating around out there, that you can somehow magically remove vocals from an MP3 track and make it sound good. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of tutorials on YouTube right now called How to Remove Vocals Using Audacity, or How to Remove Vocals from a Song. And everybody shows the exact same way to do it, and the results always sound kind of like junk, and the videos always have a lot of dislikes, and everybody's complaining that it doesn't sound good. The truth of the matter is, it's not going to sound good. You can pay for some software. There is a bit of software called Melodyne that you can pay for and manually remove individual notes and use that to essentially remove the vocals, or remove all the instruments and keep the vocals, whatever you want to do with that. Just using Audacity, I'm going to show you how to do it, but we're going to hear that the results aren't very good. They might be good enough for what you need it for, but if you're hoping to get a crystal clear version of the song, as if the person just removed the vocals before, mixing, finishing the final mix of the song, well, you're not going to get that with free software. So here's the way that people try to remove vocals from a song. Here is a song that I recently released.
Thoughts that make my eyes glazed, can't focus what's in front of me.
So we're going to try to remove those vocals. So in Audacity there are two ways to do it. First way is the most simplistic way. Where are we? There's a little effect called Vocal Remover for center panned vocals. So here is one of the reasons why it's so difficult to remove vocals, is because this is just assuming that the vocals are panned in the center channel. Of course, music is typically stereo when you listen to it, so there's different things going on in the left and right headphones. The vocals are usually a mono track though, so okay, that makes it a little easier to remove, but sometimes you've got layered vocals that are in the left and right and the middle. There's reverb, there's echoes and stuff going on the vocals, and so it's really hard to just narrow down and eliminate just the vocal track with all of that going on. But this effect does a decent job at doing that. Just keep it on the settings that it has. I adjusted this to about 100 Hertz to about 1200 Hertz, and then you just push OK. So now let's listen to how not well that did it. Actually, that did a pretty good job. You can still hear the vocal track has some reverb on it that's kind of panned left and right a little bit, so that's why you can still hear a little bit of it. But then we get to the second verse, and in this song I had three different vocals going on at once, one as the main vocal and then one in each headphone, left and right. Let's find that. See how you can hear the vocal now, and there's really nothing I can do to get rid of that. So anyway, that's one way to do it. Here is the other way that everybody shows you how to do it. Select the track, then you will go to split stereo track. So this is now two separate tracks. Then you're going to go to your effects and click on invert. You're just going to invert one of the two tracks. It doesn't matter which one. So you invert it, and then you're going to turn it to mono. So turn each track, click on this little triangle thing and change each track to mono. So what we've done is we've separated the left and right audio tracks, and we've inverted one of them. What that does is it cancels out anything that's panned in the center. You don't really need to understand exactly how that's working, but basically when you invert one, anything that's panned in the center, which is usually the vocal track, it cancels each other out because they have reversed polarity. Again, who even cares why that's working? It just does. But again, it's not perfect because there might be layers of vocals going on. There's probably reverb, there's probably echoes. It's very rare that you're getting at a song nowadays that is just a single vocal track down the middle with no bells and whistles going on. Let's hear what that sounds like. Again, not bad, but you can still hear the vocal in there a little bit. Let's see what it sounds like in the final chorus. The drums are completely gone though, so that's not what we want. I know for a fact that the snare and the kick drum and I think the hi-hats were all panned down the center. And so not only did we get rid of the vocals, but we got rid of the drums as well. So there's really nothing you can do about that. You just can't get it perfect. So then what you could do is you could pay for some software. Melodyne is a great one for pitch correction, but you can also remove vocals and remove other instruments if you'd like to. So let me just demonstrate that really quickly here.
Sadness that nostalgia brings, soft and subtle thoughts.
Okay. So it separates it into all these individual little notes, and I can go through. Here's the vocal. Again, because I wrote this song, I know that I was hitting a D. Whoops. So these are the vocal notes right here. The sadness that nostalgia brings, and then it dips down to the C, I think. So for good measure, let's just get rid of all of these where the vocal was. It's probably going to interfere with some of the guitar and stuff.
Sadness that nostalgia brings, soft and subtle thoughts.
Now, I don't even really know how to do it. I was just watching a tutorial.
Repeat the demonstrated steps until you found all the missing elements.
So the company that makes Melodyne has a tutorial on basically how to do this, and it's kind of complicated. Point is that there is a way to do it. You just, if you want it to sound really good, you go out and buy software that will let you do it. Otherwise, you've got some free options that work pretty well, but they're probably not going to give you the results you're expecting. So sorry if I burst your bubble with this video. Maybe some of the methods that I showed you, especially in Audacity, which is a free program. I've got a link in the description for you to download it if you want. Hopefully some of those methods will serve your purpose for whatever you're watching this video for. You know, if you're party at grandma's and you need to remove the karaoke night or whatever it is. Hopefully this has been helpful, and that's it. Bye.